Hey everybody, this is Matt from Button Touchers here, just calling. Jesus. Hey everyone. Hey everybody, this is Matt from Button Touchers here, just calling with calling. I keep saying calling. Hey everybody, this is Matt from Button Touchers here, just making a video to highlight a deck that I've been playing lately. I had a challenge, a quest to win games with a blue-white, so I looked at what I had and I put together a deck that at the moment I'm calling Catsy Big Time, which is not a very good name for the deck because it has only a few cats in it, and that's not really the focus. So the way, let's go over the deck here. The way I like to build a deck, just my own personal thing, it's how I wrap my head around a deck, is I like to focus down on one or two or three cards that the whole deck is going to be built around. Most of your nuts and bolts of a deck has, things like removal and if it's, it's blue, if it's counter spells, it's black, it's kill spells, it's white, it's enchantment type removal. Those are kind of always there, but then there's just like kind of this theme that comes together. And I'm just going to talk about three of the cards that spoke to me and built out the theme of what I was going for. So these are the cards that informed me for how to choose the rest of the cards. And this is how I'm able to build. Your mileage may vary, but if you're new to deck building, maybe this is what you want to do. Maybe you want to go, hey, I like the way this works. Build your deck around that. It helps to give you an idea, because there's so many friggin' cards here. You just want to have an idea of what to go for. So this is the main card that I started building around, but this didn't turn out to be my main card. So this is the first one that inspired me, and that is the God Pharaoh's Gift. Now I was really lucky to get this rare. It's a 7-mana artifact that states, at the beginning of combat on your turn, you may exile a creature card from your graveyard. If you do, create a token that's a copy of that card, except it's a 4/4 black zombie and gains haste until end of turn. So that's basically meaning you're going to be able to grab things from your graveyard. With this, it's a great card because it's able to do it on the first turn you play it, and immediately on your combat, you're going to grab that card back. So I wanted to have a lot of cards that did things when they came into the battlefield. So I started looking at things that created things that came into the battlefield. I'm looking at things like the Regal Caracol, or the Cat Carnival, as my friend calls it, the Sun Scourge Champion of Wits. Just realized they're both champion and they're both 3 mana. Anyways, just some stuff like that. But that's kind of where I started, and what really became the theme of my deck is the Avon Wind Guide. This is a card I actually got in the pre-release when I went and played when this set was released, and it was pretty good then, but I didn't have a lot of tokens. It was just kind of on its own, and it did win me a game because I had a couple of tokens that suddenly got Flying and Vigilance. So this is a 2/3 blue and white for 4 total mana, Flying Vigilance Bird Warrior that has creature tokens you control get Flying and Vigilance, and it has an Embalm of 6. The reason that I built the deck around it is I have almost everything I have here has Embalm, or puts things in my graveyard that would have Embalm, or creates creature tokens. So you can kind of see where I'm going with this here. This card at 4 mana, if I've been able to build things up, is basically my win condition. And that's another important thing you want to have when you're building a deck, is have an idea of what it is you're going to do that's going to win you the game. If things work the way you want, how is that win going to happen? And that's what you want to build around. So that's what this guy's about. And you notice, so I go, this is what it's about. So all the other things I need to play in this have to contribute to that theme and have synergy. So This is in my graveyard. This becomes a token. It has flying and vigilance. If this guy comes back, he has flying and vigilance. So I actually kind of want these things to die. I want it, or I want to dump them in my graveyard, and that contributes, or that moves on to the next card that became the theme leader of this deck, and that's the Vizier of the Anointed. And that's a 2/4 for 4 mana human cleric that states, when Vizier of the Anointed enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a creature card with Internalize or Embalm, put that card into your graveyard, then shuffle your library. Whenever you activate an Internalize or Embalm ability, draw a card. So this card is, whole point is to come into play and grab me one of these guys and dump them into my graveyard. Effectively making this card at 4 mana a 2/4 that grabs me a card, which can be really great, and as a lot of things that I have can be played from graveyard. It's just a great thing. It just draws me cards that I can play immediately, and it also has cards like Angel of Sanctions that it can grab, because it's going to grab that card, and I'm going to be able to play that, and it's going to be able to kill something for me, because or at least to remove it from the field, or I'm going to be able to gain a bunch of life, or draw a bunch of cards, or get a finishing maneuver double strike cat, which probably is now flying and possibly has +1 in lifelink. Basically, that's the idea here. So that's what this is built around. Other cards here that contribute: the Search for Azcanta. I play it and I don't intend to flip it generally, because what I do is, if it's a card coming up that I want in my graveyard, I just dump it in my graveyard. I haven't played it, not really playing any self-mill other than this, or perhaps the Champion of Wits, dumping those cards in there, or even this guy, which I can discard a card. Or actually, I am playing some. So it's all kind of built in. I just mean I don't have any cards that specifically dump 4 into your graveyard, which would work in this deck. But I have enough things that kind of do it. Who knows? Maybe I should go better. Rework this. There's some cards in here. One of my weaker cards would be Jace, Cunning Castaway. I'm just playing it because I happen to unlock it, and it just unlocked on its own. It has some interesting things. I can be able to draw cards and then discard cards, which I also was saying I like to discard in this, and creates 2/2 tokens, which will have flying and vigilance. Well, it already has flying. It'll then get flying and vigilance with this guy, and maybe I would get an additional one with the Anointed Procession, which is another big part of this deck, which I'm going to talk about in a second. But to be honest, this is a cuttable card. I'm only playing it because I have it. But this is a deck I built around. I put with the exception of the Aven Wind Guide, which I bought 3 using wildcards. Every single one of these cards I've just had. Or I've won while playing and then add one more. Like I got another Vizier of the Anointed. I actually have 3 now, and then I got another one of these while playing. One of the cat carnivals here. And so, I mean, I definitely could put more into this. For example, the Anointed Procession, which is a card good enough to build an entire deck around. If an effect, it's a 4 mana enchantment, white. If an effect would create 1 or more tokens under your control, it creates twice as many of those tokens instead, which is a great thing. Which means that when this comes into play and creates a token, it creates 2. That's another card that is important to this. You just get a lot more tokens, and they already have vigilance, but under this guy they're flying and vigilance, and flying is really hard to deal with in this current meta. Yeah, and then I've also just sort of tagged a crap ton of removal, or not a crap ton, but a bunch. Some cheap removal. This could be replaced with another Baffling End, or maybe I should just go all in on Desert's Hold. It's only 3 mana and potentially gains me a bunch of life, which can help in this. I've got 2 Essence Scatters, a counter spell / utility card and Supreme Will. Total of 3 cancels. Some card draw. And some removal and cast out and Ixalan's Binding. Again, as you see, it's only one of these things because I haven't spent any wild cards on it. That's kind of my... That's the way I work, is I try and work with the cards I have, win cards, and then only once I've really decided that this particular deck is something I want to double down on do I actually spend the cards and move forward. Or if suddenly I become inspired and I go, I could build a deck, but I need, you know, 4 of these and 4 of these and 4 of these, and then that's the build of the deck, then that's what I'll spend my wild cards on. Yeah, so that's it. So let's jump into some games and see. All right, so we've got some opening hand here. Wait, that guy just lay down an oops? Dragon of the Grey Oath just gave me an oops right off the bat. That's kind of funny. Oh, he lays down a couple of 1/1s. Search for something here. I'm gonna go with the land. Basically just want to guarantee that I can play all the goodness I have in my hand here. So much goodness here. Oh, just so much. Oh, good lord. Yeah, it's gonna give me 3. 3 to the face. And 2 more for good measure. Getting a little bit of a beatdown, vampire style. Will I Angel of Sanctions him? Yeah, that probably sounds about right. Get rid of his dude, get a 1/1 for my trouble. Yep, that's going to happen. So we're just going to draw a card here. And I got the same card. Oh, crap. That just came into... Oh, geez, yeah. And I just got another 3. And then he's going to come at me for some more probably here. Oh, he didn't attack. Guess he just wants to attack with the 3/3. What are we gonna play here? Yeah, let's yeah. Nice. Now we flying. Now we flying stuff, flying, profiling, styling. Man, I messed that up pretty bad here. You know, woo, Ric Flair, woo, all that stuff. Styling and profiling, that's what I do, and I mess up the whole bit because I'm trying to drink water while I'm talking. Jeez, alright, well, I'm at 10, he's at 22. This is, I mean, this deck kind of works out like this sometimes. Alright, what am I going to do here? Probably just going to take this. What am I going to do? Yeah. Go down to 6. He's up to 23. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do this. Grab another card. That one's bullshit right now. And it's a mana. I think I'll play the Vizier. No. cut that. Vizier of the Anointed, and then still leave myself open with some counterspell action. That dude's gonna plunk down, get me an extra 1/1. And I'll be able to grab something from my graveyard. That's pretty good. We are going to grab. Give myself some life. Or 4/4 in the air, double strike. Yeah, I think I want to do that. It's a little risky. A little risky. But you know what's not risky is vigilance. I get the free attacks and I also get the defense. Alright, so basically whatever he plays now is gonna get countered for sure. Count is 19 and 6 for health. Mr. Grey Oath Dragon here, which is probably a reference I'm not getting. Oh wow. Yeah, if I allow that to play, then I'd be taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. It'd be basically be down to 1. Pretty much have to counter it at that point. This is an odd choice to attack here. Yeah, I'm just gonna double up. Unless he has like a 1 mana... Yeah, he can't have anything. A 1 mana like pump spell for everyone in white. What's this dink got here? Is he gonna give something indestructible? He is. Oh. What? That was his big move? Big man with the big move here, Dragon Grey Oath. He probably should have just sat pat. But now you're out of cards, man. You don't have any cards. Yeah, let's go with some double strike action in the face, and then also get a 1/1. Oh no, I won't get a 1/1 this one, but I will get to draw a card because of Vizier. Oh, then I get another one of these dudes. And I'm just gonna leave the man open for counter spells to maintain advantage, which is the dick thing to do, but also, well, you gotta do it if you want to beat a man like Dragon of the Grey Oath. Oh my goodness, he didn't do anything. I don't know what he's got. What are we gonna... Yeah. Play one of those. Leave myself open for another counter spell. Yeah, that attack was not in his favor. He didn't do the math on that. Well, he's gonna take 8, 9. What's he gonna block? He's gonna block the guy on the ground, or is he just gonna take it? He's gonna take it. The boy is taking it. He's gonna take 11 damage on this one. Well, game's over now, boy. Unless you got a board wipe. What you got, buddy? What you playing? What you got, Dragon in my oath? Oath me out. Oh. You probably wish you would have had that before to destroy my... That destroys enchantments, right? Oh, yeah. Oh. Alright, well, there's the first one there. What do we got here? And, oh, it's a vampire. It's fitting. Alright, on to the next game here. Alright, so we just got ahead and skipped ahead to playing the first thing here. I'm playing for the Search for Azcanta. I sped at the gameplay here. Hopefully that's not too jarring. I'm just trying to get games in the video and not have it take forever. I am playing a bit of a creature-based control deck, so it's control, so it's still slow. Alright, so he killed my cat with -2. Just really didn't want to get hit by that. Probably gonna keep this. I'm considering not, but I want to hit that land drop for the cat carnival there. Yep. Throw it again, throw that down. Have 2 mana open for counterspell, should I need to. And he kills it. He just really doesn't want to get hit with a 1/1 cat. Oh, I'm so keeping that. I'm worried on a counterspell. What kind of counterspell? You just have, you know, negate, counter target non-creature spell. Oh, I get it in. I didn't think, I thought, oh, he did have a counterspell. He had the censor. That's the counter target spell, unless they play one. And I actually did play a mana. If I had reversed that, if I had held that mana in my hand, then played it, then tried to put the mana down after, he would have successfully countered that spell. Oh, that's crazy. I love it. Okay. Take that extra mana. Not that I need it, but as soon as I play the Cat Carnival, I'm going to hit City's Blessing. I'll be able to draw cards off that. Geez, what am I doing here? Do I gain a life? See, I want to play the Cat Carnival, but I'm just certain that he's going to have a counterspell ready for this. This is what I want to do, but feels like... See, I'm even getting the nice ready here. Yeah, there it is. I knew it was there. He knew it was there. It felt like using that spell then didn't make a point, but graveyard. Could play that. Copy his dude. Something better comes along and copy. I mean, sure, I could bring that in and then look in his hand. That'd probably be pretty useful. Grab counter spell out and then I could play. Oh, nothing. I don't know. Also, I'm pretty sure he'd probably counter this one. Definitely keep. Oh, I'm gonna throw that in there. Okay. Oh yeah. No. If this is the thing though, if you played from the graveyard, you can't counter it. This is why I did this. You cannot counter that, which is excellent. Yeah, that's the search for Azcanta is great for that. You just can, yeah, throw it in your graveyard. You can't counter my shit. Alright, well, he kills my dude with a 6/6 death touch here. But you know what matches a 6/6 deck? Yeah, 6/6 death touch. Well, another 6/6 death touch. So, come at me, bro. And it's been exiled. Okay, well, that's great. Control versus control. Blue-black versus blue-white. Yep. No more attacking for you. You may gain 2 life. Now I can't play that dude in my hand there because it needs I need to discard a card in order to play it, and I don't have anything. So I'm probably gonna end up drawing a card, looking for something to hold that I can discard, preferably something with Embalm, so that it's so I still get value out of it. And he's going to field the room. He drew a card, I drew a card, he destroyed my card draw. Alright, well. Maybe I should have. Yep, yeah. There we go. Play that. Discard that. I'll get 2 of them. Now I can play that next turn, and he can't counter it. Hit him for another 2, and we're back to a more stable base here. you got, Lucifer? Oh, jeez, the Scarab God. Fortunately, I've got some enchantment-based removal. So he's got a counterspell. He's got untapped mana, and he's got one card in hand. What is it? Ooh, I want that Scarab God out. He'll be grabbing something with it for sure. Oh, I know what he's going to do here. Yeah, he's going to use it. Get himself some. Oh yeah, there we go. And that's just getting what you need on the river. Top decking an answer. And there we go. Oh, that's not what you need right now. What you got, Lucifer? No, he's gonna look. He's searching for an answer. Tokens are susceptible to return to hand cards. He's playing blue. He could have that. Anything that returns a card to my hand. But I'm pretty sure I got this here for Lucifer, who's got a pretty decent deck. I just happened to get the answers I needed. Oh, there we go. He just gave up on that. Another good one there. And we might just call it there at 2. And a Ruthless Knave. Don't have any use for that. You know, just call it there. That's 2 games and a little bit of a deck explanation. This is going to end up being a huge video. Hopefully, for the 50 some odd people who seem to be loyally watching my videos, this is something you're looking for. I don't really know what people are looking for out of me, so if you want to let me know, go ahead. The old touching buttons of, subscribe and like and all that good stuff. But if you do like it and you have a friend that you might like it, please share my videos around. But as always, please remember, no touching of my buttons, please. Just remember that. It's a very important thing. Don't want anybody touching my buttons. Tell your friends. Tell them to quit touching my buttons. It's inappropriate. And I don't care for it. So, thanks. That's Matt. Button touchers. Not touching.